Hello, my gardening friends. I hope all is well with you. I'm here in an undisclosed location. Yeah, I am away. I'm not in Catherine's garden right now. I am here in a different state. But I decided that I wanted to come out and still meet with you on Wednesday because I want to be faithful to what I said, that I would meet with you all on Wednesdays and that we will have a 5:30 chat. So I am staying true to my word and I'm here. So hello to those who are there with me. I see a few people who clicked on. Come on, introduce yourself in the chat. Let me know that you're with me. So I'm out here in the backyard in an undisclosed location, and it's very nice out here. There are the crickets, and I think there's a riverbed there that runs by, and there has some really nice greenery and oak tree and pine trees around me. And I'm looking at the backyards here. It's like an open space of different backyards. And um, you know that saying that the grass is greener on the other side? I'm trying to look and see the grass around here on the different lawns. And they all seem to be pretty much the same, except that down here, this particular backyard, they have a patio set up. I don't know if you could see that. And definitely that could be backyard envy right there going on if because that person has put it all together and the other people haven't done anything at all. Who's that with me? Hey Sonia, how are you, honey? Yes, hello to you and to my gardening friends. And I'm in an undisclosed location. I'm not in Catherine's garden right now. I took a plane. hmm I got on a plane and I traveled around. So I wanted though, you're doing well? That's good, that's good. So I wanted to be true to you guys and to show up and for us to have our discussion, because there's that whole thing of intention. I was listening to this motivational speaker, and they were talking about intention and following through with your intentions. And he says, if you're intending to do it, just do it. Whatever it is that you're intending to do it. And we know that as gardeners that is true, that there are many things that we intend to do as gardeners. And if we don't follow through with that, what we've intended to do, if we don't follow through with it, what's going to happen is that the time's going to go by. Either the weeds are going to catch up with you or something's going to happen that you're not going to get it done. So if you are intending to do something, then do it. And the voice that was speaking with this motivational video that I was listening to, it sounded like Beyonce. And I said, wow, that sounds like something that Beyonce would say, that if you intend to do it, then do it. And so my intention is to be here with you all to do this gardening live. And plus, we had such a great time last week with the book and talking about flower gardens and cut flowers. And after talking about that, I actually got the courage to go out there and cut some more of my zinnias. And I actually took a little bit more time to look at the zinnias and see, the different types of zinnias. Because in that flower box that I got from the Dollar Tree, I could see, hey, L. Anderson, hello, Miss Catherine and Garden Family. How are you, sweetie? I'm in an undisclosed location. I'm not in Boston. I'm not in Boston. I took a plane. in someplace else. And it's nice out here. Look at this. I think there's a river behind there. I don't know, but it's nice out here sitting in this backyard. Now this backyard has nothing in it except grass. But further down, the other person in their backyard over there, I could see their elephant ears, and they have what is that? Cannas and so forth. And I could, you know, you could have backyard envy going on here. Well, or maybe these people next door, these other people have a patio, but the place where I'm staying, they have no patio. They don't really care about the backyard except to keep the grass cut. And they have an oak tree and a pine tree behind me. But you know what? It depends on the character of the person. They could have easily have backyard envy if they actually looked at their neighbor's backyard, because they did a great job by putting in all of the stuff. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because when I was in the airport, I stopped at the shops that they had there. Wait. Let me see what you just said, Al Anderson. Don't be telling their business, Miss Kelly. It's true. I said, the person where I'm staying, they said to me, I need you to come and put my backyard together, set up a garden for them. So actually, it's kind of good that I'm sitting back here, because then I could tell them what they need to do to, you know, fix up their backyard a little bit here. And just watching that person's backyard over there, they have like a little patio section, and a place for the grill. They have nothing. They need something going on back here. But anyway, why I'm having this conversation is because, as I said, I was walking through the airport, and I love books. So I was looking at the book thing, and they had this book here. Yes, please do, Miss Catherine. Sonia and I will come help. You'll come and help? That's good. That's good. So they have this. Look at now. This is going to draw my attention, right? It says, breathe, the stress less special. Look at that. Everybody's turning to the garden to de-stress and breathe. Are you breathing, people? Are you breathing? Get in your garden and breathe. Breathe. Come on. In, out. In, out. Breathe. The stress less special. I said, wow. Every time it's a Wednesday and I'm supposed to come and talk with you all, I get some kind of inspiration. And that was definitely, this magazine was definitely my inspiration. Isn't that speaking to us? Breathe, people, breathe. The stress less special. Yeah, and the whole idea of going back to nature to become less stressed. But then, you know how in the past they had talked about green envy? In it speaks about that. It talks about backyard envy. It says, is the grass greener? I have what she's having. I have what she's having. Is the grass greener on the other side? And I would say, no, the grass is not greener on the other side, because that grass is their grass. You got to get your own grass. You got to get your own backyard, your own ideas, because yes, it looks good, but it's not yours. I would say to everyone that when you create your garden, you're creating your own self-expression. And the way for you to really enjoy it is to make it your own. And yes, you can look at other people's gardens and get ideas of how to fix it and make it more beautiful, and get ideas on how to care for it. But ultimately, if you want to get to the place which you want to have a stressless environment that is unique to you, you have to create it yourself. At least the stressless special, at least that's what I think. Now, what do you all think? Come on, this is not a one-sided conversation here. I need you all to help me with this. What is your opinion? What do you think? Should we have backyard envy? Should we have the grass is greener on the other side? Or should we create our own backyard, our own garden of Eden? What is your opinion? Come on, tell me. Let's have a conversation about this. And the thing is that when we stop to think about other people's stuff, then we don't have time for our own stuff. Right? Come on, come on. Anyway, what else would you all like to talk about? But my whole idea, though, is that creating our... Not at all. You are right. Thank you, L. Anderson. Create our own personality in the garden. Exactly, Sonia. Okay, and what else? Yeah, so it is good to watch other people's videos and so forth. The garden is our own personality. Yep, I agree. Excuse me, Kimmy, you're here with me. How are you, darling? Yes, the garden is your own personality. You have to make your garden, it's a reflection of you. And, you know, if you don't like what it looks like, then you've got to work at it, just like how we have to work at it on ourselves. And, you know, yeah, it's great to see those garden makeovers. It's all good and dandy, but then are the people willing to live in it? You know, I was thinking about that. I was saying, yeah, that they've had these garden makeovers, but then would I want to sit in it? Would I want it to be mine? Is it something to just look at, or is it a place to enjoy where you can breathe like this? So I'm thinking that I want my garden to be a place where I can breathe. The stressless edition. Good afternoon. Hey, Deborah, how you doing, honey? Yes, I am in a undisclosed location. All right, you all are writing fast now. I gotta put on my glasses so I can see what you're saying. I have no... I might be a little shaky today because I don't have my... Yes, our plants... Okay, what did you say, honey? Yes, our plants and flowers feel energy like your garden, Miss Catherine. Oh, thank you, Elle. Good. I don't want to see my neighbor's yard looking the same as mine, Lo. I like viewing different things. It shows our personality. Exactly. Oh, I love that, Kim. Put what you want in your garden. Yeah. You know, that's it. Make your garden yours. And somebody might not like what you have in your garden. They may think, oh, you know, because I know some people think my garden is probably very weedy. I consider it... I'm good waiting for the rain to stop. Oh, you have rain? Wow. Our rain stopped in Boston, but it's supposed to rain tonight into tomorrow, into Thursday. So, and they said they're going to be downpours, but I'm not there. I'm in an undisclosed location. I'm not in Catherine's garden. You see this? This is where I'm at. In the backyard of an undisclosed location. It's nice back here. It's actually very nice under the shade here. I hear the crickets and everything. And my garden is as scattered as my personality, so called an adult ADHD. That looks like my hometown. It looks like your hometown. Are you and my mama back there? Hello. I'm in an undisclosed. Undisclosed means that you don't tell where it is, okay? I'm in an undisclosed location. I just want you to know that I'm not in Catherine's garden. Catherine's garden does not look like this, right? No. And I guess if your backyard is your, or if your garden describes or shows up your personality, that might be a good thing to do. To think about, well, what is my backyard saying about me? I like to me, Catherine's garden, I love abundance. I love a full garden. I don't like to really see gaps in it. I could deal with a little disorder. I like the freedom of weeds as long as they fit in with the rest of the stuff. Um, but I do like some semblance of order with the grass, right? And I love color. So I guess that I like diversity, but I don't need it to be, you know, all fancy plants. I can enjoy the simple, everyday, ordinary flowers, and I see the beauty in them. But yet, I like the exotic, and I like to try out and experiment with new things. So I guess that kind of tells my personality, right? My garden speaks about how I deal with life and think about life. That um, everything doesn't have to be so tidy. Have you ever seen some gardens where it just looks too tidy? I mean, for me, I mean, it's nice. I agree, but like, can I live in that garden? Would I feel free to walk through it? Um, how do I feel about it? My grandson came by. Yeah, my grandson came by last, was it Saturday? No, this week. It was this week. I think it was Monday. Monday or Tuesday. What's today? Today's Wednesday. It was Sunday. Sunday, my son came by with my grandson. My grandson is like 16 months old. And you know what he does? He loves the garden. He walks around in it. He swirls around in it. He then walks through and he picks my hosta leaves and he pulls the leaves and then he starts beating on the impatiens and I'm looking at him as, what are you doing? His mother's saying to him, be gentle, be gentle. I'm like, what? Don't tell him be gentle. Tell him stop hitting and destroying my plants. And he's there beating the plant with the hosta leaf. And I'm like, wow. My grandson is in my garden, well, my husband and I, our garden, and um, it's not a place, it's not his garden. So for him, he needs a garden where he can feel free to pull up the plants and play in the dirt and all of that. But so for him, my garden is too tidy, right? Whereas for me, and maybe other people, if they see my garden, they would say, oh, that garden is not very tidy. I mean, it's nice, but she's just got too much stuff all over the place. But so what I'm saying is different strokes for different folks. For my 15 or 18-month, how old is he? 18-month-old grandson, my garden is too tidy. It's not a place for him to feel free to be, to breathe. Yeah, this is where I'm coming from with this. It's not his breathing space. He's not supposed to come into my garden and beat up the flowers. Mm-mm. The garden is designed for me and my husband and you all to watch from a distance. Oh, yeah. So, come on. What are your opinions? What are you all thinking? What are you thinking about with this? And it's nice here in this location. And it's really cool. The last time I was down here in this location, it was very hot, like 90 degrees outside. But today it is just beautiful here. And I have a little chair that I'm sitting on, and I'm here under the shade, and the temperature is just fantastic. It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. And it's definitely a place to breathe. Now, some people would like a garden that it doesn't have, you know, actually thinking about this space is beautiful just the way it is. And for the people that live here, this is perfect because this is all that they can do here. That's all they can do. Is they want to see a cut grass, a lawn with trees, and to them, this is beautiful. This is enough. But then for some of us, it is not enough. We need more, like the people down there. You see that other garden with the red, that other backyard? They need more. They need more. They want to live in space where they can sit out on the patio and drink coffee in the morning and all of that. Whereas these other people, they just want to look out their window and see a nice cut, well manicured lawn. And so we can't begrudge them that. That's what they want. They need to have what they want. And for them, they can breathe with this. But I love this. What do you think about this cover? Breathe. The Stressless Special. What do you think about this cover? What are your thoughts on this cover? Let me see what you all were saying before. I'll go back. Right. It looks like it. The green is gorgeous. It looks peaceful there. Love the fence. It looks rugged. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's I think the land behind there. Ooh, there's a rabbit. Ooh, there's a rabbit in his neighbor's yard. It's we're out far enough. It's like a suburban area. It's not urban. And I think behind there is a like a stream, and then it has like the the fencing here, the wooden fence. Then over on the other side is a park, the community park, like a soccer field, and it's nice. It's nice over there. I've walked the soccer field before, and I love this tree. This I don't know the name of it, or I think this is nice. Check this out. Isn't that beautiful? Is it a magnolia? No, it's not magnolia. It's a tree in the south that you people, my southerners. What kind of tree is this? The tree with the flowers. I love this. I think they can grow in the north too. But I don't see, they're not common in the north, but they're common in your area, in the south. What is that called? Come on, help me out. What kind of tree is that? That's pretty, but it seems like they cut off most of the buds of the flower stalks, maybe in trimming it up, because I only see a few flowers, but that's really pretty. Yeah, it is. Yes, that's my mama's yard. I'm coming home to see you. Ella, Ella, to see you funny. Yes, come on, come on. Crepe myrtle. Yes, Sonia. Yeah, that's a crepe myrtle. I think those are so pretty. The crepe myrtles. That's beautiful. I wish they had that. I think they do sell them in Boston. What else do we have here? I'm trying to see my chair. That's what I was sitting in. That's what they have back here. And I had to bring the chair. So they have the crepe myrtle. Check out and it has pines too. Look at that. Or is that something growing there? I don't know, but it's beautiful. I love the pines, the needles. It's beautiful. Hmm? And then they have this oak tree. See the oak tree? Yeah. They come in very nice colors. They do. Oh, okay. Well, I gotta check it out and see if they have any in the Boston area because I would love to have them have one in my yard. Now, you know what? My space is kind of getting kind of small. Oh, by the way, on Sunday, because I'm not going to be home on Sunday, I wouldn't be able to give a garden tour, but I'm going to try and see if I can put something together. And I don't have all of my equipment, but I'm going to use my phone. And I'm going to send you something. Um, so, but right now my hibiscus is about to open up. You know the hibiscus that I have there in the jewel garden? When I was leaving, I took a video of it, and I'm going to send it to you all, um, as a small, um, short video. And the hibiscus flower is about to bloom, and I'm not even going to be there to see it. They're coming out. It's so beautiful. Oh, but it would be nice to have something like that, like a crepe myrtle up in that area. But then the space, I have a lot of backyard, but when it's full like that, it's so full. It looks like I need some more land. I don't know. Am I having the backyard envy? What is it? What is it? Anyway, I just wanted to. Do y'all have any comments? Any questions? Any concerns? And how do you feel about this topic? To breathe, the stressless special. And that's what this trip is actually doing for me. It's allowing me to sit in this space, which is not my space, but which is a beautiful space, um, and to breathe. And that is what we need to do. Find green spaces. If you don't have a yard, because there's some people who don't have backyards, they live in an apartment building, but to go to the park and find that green space and breathe, because it's going to make a difference in your life, in your in just how you handle stress. Yeah, breathe, the stress, the special. I think people are realizing that they need green. I think there's this big move now for green as a therapeutic thing. But if we do think of our garden as our um, personality, the part, an extension of ourselves, just like our homes are an extension of ourselves. That when you come into someone's home, you can kind of read the home and see what kind of person they are, um, and what their likes and dislikes are. I guess your backyard also, your garden is a reflection of you as well. So we all need that space to breathe and to think and really gain a better understanding of ourselves. Love the book cover. I think I will get that one. You are absolutely right. Yeah, well, it's called Wellness, Kindness, Mindfulness, and Inspiration. And breathe and make time for yourself. That's what it says in the back here. And the garden is definitely a place where you can make time for yourself. And like for me, I'm not in my garden. I'm in an undisclosed location. So I needed to find a space, a place where I could sit down and breathe. And this green space, instead of saying, oh, I'm not at home, oh, I can't do this. No, I can do it. And I intentionally want to be here on Wednesdays with you all. So even though I am away from my garden, that does not mean that I cannot intentionally do this and come and find this beautiful spot to sit and share with you all. This beautiful, quiet, grassy space. and not have garden envy or backyard envy, or even criticize the people, my wonderful people who live here, and say, well, they need a garden. I need to come and fix up their garden for them. Which the person has said to me, Kathy, why don't you come and help me put my garden together? And I said, no, because who's going to take care of it? And in the front yard, they had some knockout roses. They were really beautiful in the front when I came by before. And the Japanese, the beetle, ate the leaves and it started to die. So I think they removed it and they put other things there. And so I wouldn't want to be putting together somebody's garden and next thing you know it, they don't keep it up after all that effort. Even if they paid me, still. I would feel bad after designing, thinking about putting it all together, and then the people are let the garden. I would say my garden, and it's actually their garden that they let me put together. Let it fall apart. Mm-mm. I wouldn't let that happen. But anyway, you guys, come on, speak to me. Tell me what you're thinking. I'm rambling. But anyway, I am showing this, that finding that breathing space, breathe, the stressless special, finding the place, that spot where you can breathe. It is nice out here. Oh my goodness. I didn't realize it, how much I needed this. Your mom did that too? Let me see. What did you say? I know what you mean. My mom did that to me. What did she do to you? Oh, you went and fixed up her garden and then she let it fall apart? Well, yes, garden love. Yeah, you don't want to take offense. Love the scenery, just listening, enjoying it all. That's good. That's good, Elle. I'm glad you're enjoying it because I'm enjoying it too. I thought I was going to be tired because I just came, I actually just came. What is a good trellising plant for my southern front porch, which is semi-shaded? Hey, Lynette Lawrence, how are you? Trellis, okay, you are in the south. Well, they have climbing roses. Those are always good trellising plants. It depends on how vigorous you want the plant to be because you can get, oh, it was right on the tip of my tongue. Oh, you can get a rose climbers, beautiful. And I think I saw, what's it, P. Allen Smith. He's in the south. He's in like in Georgia, Atlanta, I think. And he has the New Dawn rose up on a arbor, and it's really beautiful. And then that's reblooming also. That's a good one. And then they have what else? Um, you can have, if you want grapes, you can have grapes up a trellis. I've seen that in Boston. This person, they had an arbor, and they had grapes going up the arbor. And so then when the grapes are forming, they're like hanging down. It looks so beautiful through um, a trellis. Let's see. Um, do you all have any ideas? He has homes all over, Miss Catherine. Yeah, he does. He has one in Arkansas too. I know of his home in Arkansas. Wow, sure, that's beautiful with the grapes. Yeah, yeah. I bought a grape plant um, 2 years ago, or I don't know. Everything's kind of just smelting in together at the time. Let's see. When did I buy it? I think. Was it last year? Actually, I didn't buy it. My husband bought it, and I planted it, but I planted it in a pot, and then I put it up against the deck, and it's actually growing, but it hasn't. Yeah, morning glories are good too, but the problem with morning glories, it depends on where you live, because there is a plant that's called bindweed that looks like a morning glory. It comes out in the morning with white flowers, and it's I have a lot of it in my yard, but it is so invasive and it would strangle your plants. So I'm kind of wary of all morning glories because they all have that kind of nature to want to spread. Um, and then especially if they're not giving a lot of flower too. Let me see, there are some other climbers. Wisteria, that's what I was thinking of. Wisteria, yeah, those are beautiful, right? Yeah, it's invasive. Yes, the not it was wisteria is not well, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, the morning glories can be invasive. Yes, but wisteria is beautiful, but also wisteria, you need a strong trellis for that. Um, they have, let's see, um, I don't know. I love roses, so get a climbing rose. I think a climbing rose would be good. Any other suggestions for Lynette? Yeah. What else? Any other questions? Does anyone else have any questions? Ah, it's so beautiful. Oh, let me put on my glasses. Hmm. Okay, so what did you say? I train my morning glories to grow where I want them. I love waking up to the flowers every day. Yeah, yeah, Deborah, I'm not saying that you shouldn't have it, but be aware of the fact that it can become invasive. Yeah, moon plant is good, but you have to have them in a single space. Oh, I don't know that one. Oh, okay. And North Carolina, Lynette says roses, grapes. What else? Morning glory. You could do morning glory, Lynette, but just be aware of the fact that it could become invasive, and so that you must be wary of it. And when it goes to seed too, because then you might have it all over the yard, the garden. But you know how I am too. I don't mind invasive plants because look, I got mint all over the place, right? That's invasive. I have that white grass. It's so invasive. It's all over the place, but I still love it anyway. And but I like that full look, so I tolerate a lot of things. I have bindweed in my yard, which I pull out. Um, and then there's this other Virginia creeper. Wow, that thing took over and that trailed all over the front of the yard. We had to pull it down, cut it down. But Virginia creeper, they say, is very beautiful. Now I can, yes, contain my mint plants. Yeah, you think the roses or the grapes sound great. Okay, good. Yeah, and there are a lot of nice climbers, rose climbers, and that are reoccurring bloomers. Like, for example, the one that I have, Eden Climbing Rose, is a nice climbing rose. It's a rebloomer. Um, but they have even better modern ones, too, that are much cleaner. My rose, the Eden Climbing Rose, that I love, you have to deadhead, because after deadhead means snip off the blooms at the top, because then um, it just gets real messy. So it requires a lot more work. But right now they have a lot of modern roses that don't require as much work that you can use, and that would be very useful there. You guys, this is so beautiful. I gotta tell my friend to get a oh, oh, wait a moment. Oh, to get a lawn chair. She let the dog out. He's a good dog, I hope. I'm not too much into, I'm a city dweller. I don't have any animals. But this dog seems to be quite nice, so I'm good. I'm more of a cat person. Oh, he's going to do his number two. Anyway, let me take myself to the front. But what were we talking about? I forget what we were saying. But anyway, it was good to be here with you all in the backyard, and yes, and to enjoy this wonderful space. So I hope that you enjoyed my little trip here. Oh, look at this tree. This tree is very interesting. Let's take a look at this one. You could tell me what it is, especially if you're in the South. Isn't that pretty? Do you see that? What kind of tree is that? Do you know? Look at the leaf. That's pretty. I love the seed heads. That's different. So that's the fact. That's where I was sitting. Nice, huh? There's a beautiful tree up there with some rose or red flowers on it. I think it's probably the crepe myrtle too. Different and pretty. Yes, it is. It is different and pretty. Oh, let me see. I'm cooking while listening to you, Miss Catherine. My son just walked in. Who is that, Mom? It's Miss Catherine. Roses or grapes sound great. Okay, now I can. No, I can tame my mints. Okay. The plant lady like me. I got a new name. I got the name of the plant lady. The plant lady and me. I love this. Those trees are gorgeous. Yeah. Look at this. I love this. I love the color. You know that this would look nice in my yard, my garden. That flower. I love this. This reminds me of the butterfly bush. You know, that almost looks like the flower of the butterfly bush. But it also looks like lilacs. Reminds me of a lilac. And I have lilacs in the spring and the butterfly bush. But this would be nice. Crepe myrtle. And that color. Yes, you should get one. Well, if I see it. You know, another tree that I want to get to is the rose of the rose of Sharon tree. I think that would be a nice one also. I love that shape too. It reminds me of the hibiscus, but it's not. It's not the hibiscus. Well, my wonderful people, the dog is barking at me, so I'm going to change my location because I don't know that dog. Because I'm in an undisclosed location here. I'm moving into the sun, so it might get a little thing. I don't know. I just don't want to see the dog because I don't know that dog. Okay. He can't see me. Oops. But it was great. Oops. Now I have too much sun. It was great being with you all. Thank you so much for coming and joining me with me today here. I can't say in Catherine's garden because I'm not in Catherine's garden. But it doesn't matter about being in Catherine's garden. What matters is that we enjoy one another and we enjoy the time together. And to remember, my wonderful people, to breathe. The Stressless Special. This is a science of stress. Lift the burden, Copying with Change, Daydream Believer, Project Declutterer, Food for the Soul, Is the Grass Greener, Set Yourself Free. And that's the topics that they have in this. As I said, the um, as I was walking through the airport, and I stopped at the convenience store area that they had, I saw this, and it really caught my attention, of course, because of the garden and the greenery. And then it said, breathe, the stressless special. And so I think that that's what we need to do. Let our gardens be a place where we breathe. Let it be our own. We don't have to have backyard envy. Neither do we need to criticize other people's space. Some people like it full. Some people just like the grass and a few trees, like this backyard here. And whatever the situation is, we're all individuals. We need to find that space or place where we can breathe. And it has been wonderful back here. I'm so glad that I came back here and followed through with my intention, which is my intention was to be with you and spend this time where we can share. And the thing is that we need to follow through with our intentions and do what we say we're going to do. If we say we're going to go out and weed today, well, get out there and weed. Don't let anything stop you from following through with your intentions. If you decide that you're going to water the plants, get out there and water. Do it. Follow through with your intentions. Be true to yourself and true to your garden, because your garden is an expression of you. Yeah, and I'm preaching to myself as well, and I've been practicing what I've been preaching, especially with the intention, and do it and follow through. And I had to do that even this week. I was telling someone how I wanted to get a pedicure and manicure, and which I hadn't done in a long time because of COVID-19 and the situation. But I knew I was traveling, and I know for me, when I'm traveling, I want to do that. It's like self-care, self-love, to go out there and get a pedicure and manicure, so that when I'm passing through the TSA, that I don't have to be embarrassed with my feet looking a hot mess, or even my hands, with gardening, that my hands are looking right. And I even chose this nail polish, which is very clear. And I said to myself, I did this. I should have picked an even more exciting color, because sometimes you just got to do those special things. But then I had to intentionally follow through and do it, because then the time was running out. And if I had delayed, if I hadn't said, I'm going now and I'm going to get it done and I'm going to check it off, I would have run out of time. I was saying to myself, well, I have the next day. I could go the next day. But then the next day came, but other things came and stole that time that I should have did, that I should have followed through with my intention. So I'm glad I did. So I got my pedicure, I got my manicure. I felt so good, traveling, and the ride. It wasn't full at the airport, but it was full in the plane. And so sometimes we just gotta follow through, and that goes with everything, with the garden as well as with life. That we have to follow through with our intentions and do what we plan to do. And we're the better for it, because we're honoring ourselves and we're trusting ourselves as well. And do the things that help us to breathe. Anyway, breathe and make time for yourself. That's why I'm saying all of this, because in the back of the book it says, breathe and make time for yourself. And the garden is definitely a place where we can breathe and make time for ourselves. And have fun doing it. Well, my lovely, this is Catherine Garden Family. Have a peaceful and great night. Thank you for sharing. Be blessed all. Yes, Elle Anderson, I'm leaving too. Thank you for popping in. It's always a pleasure to see your name up in the chat and in the comments section. You make me laugh and you make me happy, and I thank you. Excuse me. Thank you for coming, Kim. And all of the other Sonia and Deborah and Lynette and who else? Teresa. Thank you all. Yes, and I will enjoy my trip. And I'll be back with you probably. I did release videos, and I have something on this phone too that I need to, a little clip from this morning that I need to release as well. But I won't breathe and will make time for myself. Good, Elle Anderson. Breathe and make time for yourself, especially in your garden. And don't let people criticize your garden. Your garden is you, okay? And you want to make it a place where you can breathe. Safe travels. Yes, pray my strength in the Lord, okay? Pray my strength in the Lord that I can make it through the airport back home safely. Yes, hallelujah. So keep me in your prayers. Thank you so much for joining me today. And if you have not subscribed to Catherine's Garden and Home, please subscribe, and I will see you on Monday with a fresh video, because I know everything in the garden will have changed. My hibiscus will be blooming. So many good things will be coming up next week. But I do have some videos coming out. So check them out, and have a great rest of your week. Love you all as we grow, 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 grow together in Catherine's Garden and Home. Come on and grow, 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 grow together in Catherine's Garden and Home. Bye, my loves. See ya. Make sure you breathe.